Hi, welcome to Chem 234. My name is Naisha Caldero, and today we're going to be working with Experiment 3, Synthesis of Acetylferrocene. First, some of the safety precautions are that we have to make sure that the glassware is dry. Both acetyl chloride and aluminum trichloride react violently with water. We also need to be aware of the waste disposal. We will have waste containers for each of the chemicals that we're going to be using. Also, we have to make sure that we're working all times in the hood, and also we need to save the sample for the next experiment. First, we need to, as I already said, we have to make sure that the glassware is dry. So as I already mentioned, we have to make sure that the glassware is dry. We also have to insert the desiccant into the dry tube. I added some cotton at the end to block the entrance. The first thing that we would do is to add the aluminum chloride. So we will need 150 milligrams of this. Continue assembling the apparatus. So right now I already have everything ready to go. As you can see, it's very similar to the apparatus that we use for Grignard synthesis. So we have the round bottom flask, we have the placing head, and we have the drying tube. We have both caps in the placing head, and the one on the left is the one that we want to have the septum. So this will be the position where we're going to be inserting all the chemicals. So now you will have to move to the large hood, and then we'll be adding 2.5 ml of methylene chloride and 80 microliters of acetyl chloride. And we want to add it through this gap, the one on the left side. We're going to obtain additional 2.5 ml of methylene chloride to create a solution of ferrocene. So we will go and weigh 150 milligrams of ferrocene, and we will make a solution in our 3 ml B vial. that it's completely dissolved, you're going to add the solution to the top of the clay tube. After adding the frozen solution, we waited for 20 minutes, and now the reaction is ready to be transferred to a plastic centrifuge tube that contains 5 ml of ice water. This is an important step. You have to be careful because it will generate HCl gas, so you have to work as close to the hood as possible. Transferred the reaction mixture, we are going to cool down in the ice water pan. Now that we are cooling down the reaction mixture, we are going to adjust the upper layer to a pH just basic, so from 7 to 8. Plastic centrifuge tube is cooling down, we are going to adjust the pH of the upper layer. It will be just basic, so around 7 or 8. For that, we're going to be adding 0.5 ml of 25% sodium hydroxide. portions of 3 ml of methylene chloride. Keep in mind that the product is in the lower layer. So now we will repeat this step for 2 more times. After the extraction, we collected the lower layer where we have our product. Now we are going to be using a filter pipette to dry the combined extracts from the extraction. And we will be using sodium sulfate. So I already have the filter pipette ready. We have a little bit of cotton, and then between 3 and 4 centimeters of sodium sulfate. Remember that we will be collecting the product in a pre-weighted 25 ml round bottom flask. Forgot to mention that we will be saving around 50 microliters of our sample for the next part of this experiment, which is the TLC plate. Now that we collected all our product, we're going to pass to a rotobath to evaporate the solvent. After, you will need to obtain the mass of the crude product, and remember to save your samples for the next experiment. Here we have the TLC plate. It's already prepared. So in the first lane we will have the ferrocene sample that we had at the beginning. We will dilute a little bit of this sample in methylene chloride, and that will be our first spot. Our third spot will be the sample that we saved, so the crude product. This one is already a liquid, so we would just take a little bit and we will put our third spot. The second one, it's a combination of the crude product and the ferrocene. So we will do a co-spot. We will put one spot from the crude product and one of the ferrocene on top of each other. That will be our second lane. And just as a review, we have that this is our baseline and this is our solvent front. We will be using a mobile phase of a 1-to-1 ratio of ether and hexane mixture. So that will be our next step.